Hello again, friends. We're going to do a battle report for Clan War, and I had to assemble some backup footage because I lost some of my original footage from the game store, but you're probably going to be able to hear me better anyway this time around. So first, just a quick introduction to what we're doing. 2,000 point battle, Scorpion versus Lion. We're going to play a scenario from the Ravages of War Clan War supplement, which came out after the release of Daimyo Edition. And we are going to play this battle here called Evil Portents. And we're going to be taking the Dragon and Phoenix and swapping them out for instead Lion and Scorpion. And so the objective here is for the Scorpion army to move their units off the table. They want to get 10 VPs off the table by the end of turn 7, or gain 12 VPs or more by the end of turn 8. And then the Lion, in this case, are going to want to stop that. They want to gain 10 VPs by the end of turn 6, and or 12 VPs by the end of turn 8. And the game would end immediately if they do that. So this is going to be simulating basically right after the Scorpion clan coup. Shoju has been defeated, and the Scorpion remnants are trying to escape, and a Lion army is trying to punish them and prevent them from escaping, cause maximum damage to them in retaliation for their outrageous attempt to seize the Imperial throne. This is the map that we're going to be using, and I will transition over to the army list. Okay, now we're going to go over the army list for the Scorpions. I have 5 maneuver elements. I've got 4 reasonably large formed units and 1 unit of skirmishers, and we'll go over those. I've got, first of all, the Black Cabal, kind of an elite unit for the Scorpions, and they are led by Bayushi Aramoro. He's got poison weapons 1 and 2, as well as they are also equipped with poison weapons, so those can give them a boost in damage and attack. He also has the Fan of Command, which is a special item, and that gives him Tactician 1, so that I can draw an additional card every turn. Behind them, the Scorpion Claws, that no actual figures were released for the Scorpion Claws, so I've used here Mantis Mercenaries done up in Scorpion colors, and they've already kind of got a mask on anyway. They've got all kinds of assorted, strange, and wonderful weapons to represent their defensive capabilities, and they are being led in this game by Bayushi Himitsu. I'm using the Togai model to represent Himitsu, who I don't believe there is a legitimate model of Himitsu. This guy can challenge people to a duel if they've got a blackmail card on them. We'll see if that combo ever comes up. We do have 10 of the Ninja Bowmen. These are the best ranged unit in the Scorpion army, and they are in skirmish mode, so they have a special ability. They can't be targeted until they attack, unless they're within a certain range. And they have a pretty good shooting attack, so we'll see how they do. Then we've got the Scorpion Strike, which are kind of your standard spearmen, and they are led by a Gunso, the equivalent of a sergeant. And then behind them, we have a large chunk of 24 Crimson Legion, led by Bayushi Marumo. He has the ability to give the unit cavalry once per game. I also gave him the Shuriken of Serpents as a little surprise ranged attack, if that becomes a possibility. I thought that was kind of a Scorpion thing to do, have a little sneaky Shuriken ninja weapon hidden in that samurai unit. So there is the Scorpion list for the battle report.
This is the Lion Clan. Welcome to the Clan of the Lion.
And welcome to David, who's joining me for our battle tonight. Go ahead, David, tell us about your army.
Huzzah. So, starting on the right over here, we've got the Lion War Cats. Pretty impressive group, hard-hitting animals, led by Matsu Amuro, as a Lion Samurai personality. Overall, it's a pretty hard-hitting unit. Coming over here, we have, actually we're not going to go there, we're going to jump here.
Oh yeah.
To the Akado Death Seekers. Right. These guys are trying to overcome some shame and will fight to the death.
They've shown up in a few battles, and it hasn't worked out. all the time for them.
It has. They have not.
So hopefully they're going to not roll any ones for morale tonight.
And with a cool morale of 2,
Yeah.
you would think there was no way these guys are going to break.
Yeah, go ahead.
But it happens.
It's happened. All
They
right.
have 2 units of elite spearmen. One, actually both with 11 guys in them. And they're led by a gunsu. Chewy. Chewy packages across the board for these guys.
Okay.
These guys can throw their Nagi Yari. They're like a veteran type unit. Not much messes them up.
And they have a morale 5, so they don't suffer from panic checks for other units breaking near them, which can be pretty clutch. Right. Okay.
Throw into that mix let me find them, the Lioness Legion.
Yep.
These gals are pretty hard hitting as well, and they've got a nice morale level of 5, immune to break tests by others. But they're also pretty fast. They've got an extra inch of movement.
Right. And did they get are they the unit that gets the free maneuver?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So in the advanced phase, they can get another one. Lion medium regular.
Regulars.
And I was using these guys for the medium regulars.
Okay.
They're katanas and light armor, trying to go with what you see is what you get.
There you go.
They are being led by Matsuyojo, Lion Samurai.
Okay. That's the guy's name I can never remember. Matsuyoja.
Okay. We have the Ikoma Elite Guardians.
Okay.
Nice package. A little harder to hit.
They look beefy.
They do, and Nodachi and heavy armor.
Nice.
They rank quite well.
Okay.
In front of them, I have the unit of the Lion Heavy Regulars.
Okay.
11 of those guys there. And they've got, let's see, a +1 modifier to all morale tests whenever they, during a turn, in which they enter as the attacker.
As the attacker. Okay.
Lion Heavy Elite. Let's see, so I had the Heavy Regulars. Whoops. Let's see here. The Lion Heavy Elite.
Is that them there?
It is. Those guys, thank you very much.
Sure thing.
Those guys with the Naginata.
I used to play Lion back in the day, so I recognize them.
Yes.
The big Naginatas.
And that's a nice hard-hitting unit as well. No characters in there, but they do have a Chewy.
Okay. So we won't. It's not Matsusuko tonight.
It is
It's
not.
just okay, because she's really scary. I was like, wow, that's a lot of points in that unit. But no, that's just another heavy elite for this evening. Okay.
In the mounted group, we
And then-
have the mounted wardens. They are led by a Chewy that is not a character.
Okay.
So they've got the cavalry and mounted cavalry at that.
So you were making me nervous again. I thought that was Agataki, and he's scary as well. So okay. So just a Chewy, but he's got a fancy outfit.
Exactly.
All right.
Welcome
Very
to
good.
the Lion Clan.
Fantastic. All right, thanks for telling us about your army. And we'll see you again when we get set up. All right, we are back and we have finished deployment. And as you can see, the Scorpion are, well, they've got some larger units maybe, but they have a lot fewer units. And they are looking to escape off of the Lion table edge, up to 10 victory points worth of units. So here on the Scorpion right, we've got the Ninja Bowman with the Crimson Legion, Scorpion Strike, we've got the Scorpion Claws, the Black Cabal, and in the distance there, the Shadow Assassins. Now, arrayed across from them are a unit of cavalry, actual lions. The lion, what are those, the elites? Heavy elites there. The medium regulars, the Akoto Death Seekers, the elite spearmen, the Lion's Pride. How am I doing?
Heavy.
Oh, sorry, those are the heavy regulars. The Akoma Guardians, another unit of the elite spearmen, and then finally the Lioness Legion. Excuse me. All right, so we will go ahead and start the first turn, and we'll come back after we've done a movement. Just a quick video to say that we've done our modified initiative scores. I rolled really well for initiative, but in this early of a turn, it doesn't matter very much. As you know, Clan War has a sort of modified alternating activation system where you use the unit's initiative value to determine who moves when. And so David is setting up he's got a lot more units than me, so he's got to go down and tweak them a bit. but at the end of setting up the initiative, we will go to special actions phase, which this early in the game, we might not actually have any. If we do, I will come back. And then other than that, we will come back at the end of movement. Okay, turn one movement. No surprises really too far. Everybody's gone forward. There were no special orders or abilities. We've got some ninjas on the crest of the hill. Over here, they've got a couple of units on the side ready to stop them. The center is very solid line. The Scorpion have to be lucky to punch through that. And then over on the left of the Scorpion line, we've got sort of a refused flank going on maybe for the Scorpion here. Aramaro and the Shadow Assassins are up against some very fast-moving, heavy-hitting folks over here. And then some guys here in the middle not to be sniffed at either. So that will probably be the end of the regular movement phase. We're going to do cavalry phase, and we'll do reserve movement, because again, I think it'll be mostly moving forward, and we'll come back. Okay, we've completed cavalry and reserve movements. Again, the forces have mostly just moved forward. Looks like these guys are hanging back a little bit on this side. We've got a collision course set here in the center. Aramoro's unit looks to be a bit outnumbered over there. And then on this side, quite a lot of heavy hitters moving fast at the Shadow Assassins, who appear to be trying to hold off that flank on their own. We are going to come back for the beginning of turn 2 and see if the sparks start flying. All right, it's time for cool tricks. Bayushi Aramoro in the special orders phase of turn 2 tried to discard a card to make the lion discard a charge card from their hand. However, they were told to go fish. They didn't actually have one, so apparently the ninjas could not pull that off. However, speaking of ninjas, on this side, the Shadow Assassins threw down a smoke cloud which blocks line of sight and therefore prevents people from using the charge ability or Banzai charge to go through that and to engage them. That will go away at the end of the next turn, so this could prove a bit of a challenge for the lion to charge through, at least in the short term. So we'll go ahead and do the movement phase and come back. Okay, we're going to start the ranged attack phase. The bowmen are going to open up. They have to, by rules, fire at the closest target unless I were to play some kind of fancy card, which we're not going to do. Ninja bowmen have a range of 12 /24 for their Hankyu bows, and that means that they will be within half range here. We'll go ahead and double check by running a quick measurement. And they're definitely all within 12. All right, so since they're within 12, there's no range penalty, but they did move, so they'll be at a -2 to hit for that. And they start out with a +1 to hit ranged attack. So they're going to be a -1 to hit overall. And David, what is the attack target number of the elite spearmen?
I'm thinking that it is probably a 6.
A 6. So I'm going to be a -1 overall. That means I need 7s. I do have 10 shots. All right, we had to sort them out a little bit to make sure that they all had line of sight. So they're going to do 10 dice, needing 7s into the Lion Elite Spearman. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5 hits, nice. No 10s, so we do not get to see any exploding dice. They are +1 to the damage roll, so it's going to be +5 to this roll for damage. Okay, we do have 2 10s there, nice. So we've got some serious ad rolls coming on. Okay, that was the end of the 10, so we're going to have 10, we're going to have 20, we're going to have 30, 38, and then we have a 5 on the plus damage, so 5 times 10, so 48. So we're at 48 damage, right? And then, does that unit have a defense ability?
10, 20, no.
Okay.
So,
So with no defense ability, I'm going to go ahead and spend a card as a focus.
Okay.
Instead of, because I haven't dishonored anybody, I can't dishonor your clan right now. Instead, I'll use the focus value of 2 to push it to 50.
Okay, so actually you're at 43.
Plus the 5.
Plus the 5.
Yeah.
Okay, for that. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
and then the
fine.
2.
Okay.
Yep. So we're looking at 5 potential dead guys.
Well, not much I can do, I'm thinking. No defense, no armor saves.
You could play a defensive focus card to bring it back down to 4. Yeah.
Save a guy.
Absolutely could do that. Want to have a think?
Nope, we're gonna go. I'll take it.
You're gonna take it. 5 lions fall to the vicious bow fire of the archers. Ouch.
Okay.
All right. Well, all shooting is resolved simultaneously, so that unit will not have to take any tests until after the end of the shooting. So I think that is all the shooting I have on my side.
We'll throw back at you.
All right, spears coming back at us. There's going to be 4 spears.
And not a more than 5 inches.
Yeah.
So
there's a -2 for range over 5.
Okay, and your target number?
My target number is a 6, but I'm also a skirmisher, so I go to 7. Okay. You're -2 for range and -2 for moving. So I think you're going to need 10s. Yeah, 10s are always going to hit. 10s will always hit.
All right, it can happen.
It could happen. I've seen crazy things.
Not this time.
Not this time. All right, so they miss. Apparently that was disconcerting.
Okay.
Barrage of ninja. Now, do we have any other throws coming? We might. Yeah. These elite archers here, elite spearmen,
Target number?
are going to throw in at the claws. These scorpion claws are a target number of 6.
6.
So-
needing 10s again.
10s again, I think, yep, because you moved at -2 and they're over half range -2. And
Nope, that's okay.
No 10s.
Dice are warming up.
Okay, so now we're going to finish the range attack phase. The lion spearmen are going to have to take a morale check. And they lost 5 out of their original 11.
So just a 25% check.
So there's a 25%. They lost 25% in one turn, in one phase, excuse me. Let's go ahead and look at the morale test triggers, everybody. A unit has suffered 25% of their original numeric strength. That's a trigger. And then if they suffer 25% of their current strength during a single phase other than close combat, that is another trigger. Yep, and we did not hit 50%. So they are at a -2 to their morale check. Now, I think they got, what do they got for a leadership on them?
Let's see here. Morale 5, leadership 2.
All right, so that's going to cancel out with the -2. They're just going to roll their straight morale on a 5 or better.
Okay.
One dice, see how they do.
Yep, one will come out. They're good.
And they
It's a
pass
9.
on a 9, no problem. They are good. So that is going to end the shooting range attack phase. We'll see if anybody has reserve movement. I'm not sure we do. We might have a little bit, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we ended the turn. We moved into the end phase because everybody's within 12 inches, so no one can do reserve movement. However, the lion have a trick that they want to play that David's just revealed. A tactics card that can be played in the end phase. Ride until dawn.
They get 4 inches of movement. Go ahead.
Target a mounted unit you control at the start of the end phase. That unit may immediately perform a 4-inch movement. The unit receives no free maneuvers during the movement and may not become engaged. No effect may increase their movement rate. If the unit leaves an engagement, enemy may make parting shots. All right, so an extra 4 inches of movement for one of the cavalry units.
No free movement.
No.
So we're going to come forward 3 and wheel 1.
All right, so they're going to go up 3 and attempt a maneuver. They will need a maneuver check to do the wheel, otherwise they will just stop at the 3-inch point.
Come on, guys. We're going to move them out.
Good old-fashioned miniatures hills, making terrain movement difficult.
All right.
That's the 1990s. All right, so
wheel?
yeah, for the wheel they would make a maneuver check. which would be their training level minus their leadership.
Of 6, leadership 2.
So they're going to need a 4 or better to make a wheel of 1 inch.
And they do.
And they do on a 10. They love it. So they're going to wheel 1 inch and threaten the flank of those pesky ninjas. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the second turn, and we'll come back if there's any special orders in the next turn. So just to spotlight one of the mechanics of Clan War, it's alternating activations based on initiative. And so there's kind of an honor system, essentially. You don't look at the other guy's initiative typically. There's some situations where you might, because you can modify other people's initiative. But so I roll for these guys, for example, a 6. I can use their battle skill to modify up or down. Higher is later or slower, lower is faster. In addition, Scorpion units can all modify their initiative score by 2. Finally, just for being Scorpion. And then finally, you can use your General's battle skill, once again, not just in his unit, but also anywhere on the table to show his influence over important events. So these guys ended up with a 6. I actually forgot I have a General's influence to spend when we go here. Now, right now, David doesn't know what my initiative is, and I don't know what his is. But after we finish our rolling and modifying, there are some special abilities that let us go ahead and mess around with opponents' initiative scores or ours. But usually, you just look at your own, try to guess what it is you want to do that turn, whether you want to go before or after the enemy, and set your initiative accordingly. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, turn 3 movement. Turn 3 special orders are complete after initiative. Another set of smoke bombs has gone down. Might not be enough to save the Shadow Assassins from getting charged this turn. Aramoro once again went fishing for a charge card in the hand of the lion and was told,
Go fish.
Go fish. Didn't have one, shockingly. And then there have been no other special orders. So we're going to go to turn 3 primary movement phase. Could be some interesting stuff coming up. We'll resume filming as soon as anything exciting happens. Okay, turn 3 primary movement phase. On this end, the Spearmen have moved forward. The Crimson Legion are crested the hill. The Ninjas stayed stock still to get some good shots in. These two lines are approaching each other. Bit of a standoff here with the Akodo Death Seekers and the Black Cabal. Actually, I forgot to move the Black Cabal. Yeah, they are actually going to move up a little bit.
Okay.
So let's just say like 2 inches forward. All right. Yeah. And then over here, by the way, there was a failed attempt to do an oblique move over here on needing a 3 or better. And then over here, needing a 6 or better, they were trying to do a Haruma withdrawal to move it back 8 inches. They failed, and the horses have rounded the edge of the smoke and are preparing to charge in the cavalry movement phase. So we could probably go ahead and do that if that's what you like, because I don't have any cavalry movement.
All right.
So you've got, actually the lions would move first.
Yep.
If you wanted them to move.
Yes.
So they can...
They're gonna... Let's see here. Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah. So here's an interesting dilemma for you.
They will wheel.
They will wheel, okay. So they're not trying to engage. They're just going to wheel
because
a bit.
you can't see them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we'll wheel.
Yeah, we can move these tokens out of the way.
Wheel an inch.
Yeah.
And come forward 2 inches.
Yeah, just try to get up to where they can see them for next turn. Assuming they're still there, because they're about to take a flank charge from a unit of cavalry, which is not really good for anybody.
Yep, and we're going to say yes to the flank charge.
Yeah, it's all right. So,
And 8 inches.
Yeah, 8 inches is going to get you there, no
And
problem.
we'll be here and then close the gap.
Yep. So you can just go ahead and slam them into the side. Now, I believe, because I'm not already engaged, that I will not actually have to take a flank morale check, right? I'm just going to move these guys. Is that where they are, or they were back a little bit, right?
Back a little way.
So we do get hit on the flank there. I do not take a morale check for that, but that's not going to be good for me when we get to the close combat phase. Before we get there, though, I think we're going to have to go ahead and do the ranged ranged attack phase. So we'll come back over here to see these shadow assassins get murdered. Sorry, catching up with the shooting, we forgot to turn on the video. The lions here are just closer to the ninjas. They threw their 4 javelins and missed. The ninjas are about to shoot back. They did not move. So they're going to be at a +1 to your 6, I believe. So they're going to need 5s or better. Thank you. All right, so we did not get any 10s, so there's no ad rolls, but we have a lot of hits.
A very nice roll.
It looks like 9 hits. This is going to be +9 to the damage. We've got 1, 2 ad rolls. So +9 to the damage onto the top of whatever we rolled here. So we've got 10, 20. We're going to get 29, 31, 40, 49, 51. That's going to be 59. Plus 6 is going to be 65, 68, 75 plus 9 is, what was that, 79? 75 plus 9, 80, 84. Yeah. 84. That would be,
that pretty much decimates
that unit. Is going to wipe that unit. Okay, well let's leave them there because we'll have to measure if anybody's going to have to take morale checks. And you still have some shooting you can do over here, I think. Yeah.
All right.
So, that unit was completely destroyed by the vicious bowman. Oh dear. Oh no. You can tell he wouldn't do that if they were painted, ladies and gentlemen. That is just not right. Not right. But there's some spears to be thrown over here at the scorpion claws. 4 of them. They did move. Are they within 5 now? It's real close.
Did I move these guys? I thought these guys stayed put.
They stayed put?
Yeah.
They stayed put. Okay. Are they within 5? They are not within 5. So they're going to be a -2, and the scorpion claws are an amazing ATN of 6. So you're going to need 8s. Rolling 4 dice, we got a 10. So 1 hit and an ad roll. 2 hits. All right, rolling damage. Is there a plus to the damage?
No, I don't think so. Not at a long range.
Just want everybody to see David has his very own custom-made Excel spreadsheets for his line army. No army builder for David. That's for lazy people like Brian.
That's right.
Okay.
No, not on the floor.
Okay, so just 2 dice of damage coming at the scorpion claws. Oh, another 10. 15 so far. This could kill somebody. It actually definitely will kill somebody. 21. Do the scorpion claws have defense? Let's take a look. Scorpion claws, they do not as a unit, but their leader has defense 3. So that will drop it to 18, which will kill a guy.
Just 1.
Yeah,
right.
I'm going to kill this guy with the spear because I think the guy with the little half circle punchy things is just amazing. I love that guy.
Moons.
Yeah, the little half moons. He's very brave because that's very close range. All right, so now we're got an interesting situation over here. We do have a unit eliminated, which is going to score some VPs. Well, actually, I'm sorry. It could, yeah, it will score VPs for me in terms of a secondary win condition. But more importantly, does this trigger some morale checks? A friendly unit being destroyed within 8 inches would cause a morale check, but only to units with morale higher than 5. So
these guys are a 6.
They are a 6.
So they're just within range.
So they're going to be within range.
I thought we were just outside.
And then are they 8? Oh, I think they're within 8.
Just barely.
Barely. Okay, so 2 units you have to check.
They can't see what's
Are they morale 5?
They are morale 5.
They probably heard the screaming and the dying. Yeah.
Okay.
There was screaming, there was dying. Yeah. So, okay, so which unit do you want to go first?
We'll go for the... Where's my Nakoma guy? There they are.
Oh, and help me out here. What's their morale? 6 as well?
They are a morale 6.
And they have a leadership 2?
Yes.
And is that the same thing over there?
It is.
Okay, same thing. All right. And then how about these guys? Also morale 5?
Heavy elites, but they were outside of it. The land...
They are. I'm just curious.
Medium...
wondering, you know, if there, let's say there was
Heavy regulars.
cascading
No,
morale.
they're sixes.
They're sixes too. They're sixes too.
So 5.
Yeah.
Actually, they are 5.
Oh, they are 5.
Yeah.
So the Lioness Legion is going to ignore it. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So
Elite,
just...
wait, 6. Elite have one more. And the Akoma Guardians, which is what these guys are.
Yeah.
Are 5. Oh, that's the training level I'm looking at.
ML.
Sorry.
ML.
Yeah.
We need the
Pardon my
ML.
confusion.
It's a very exciting moment. It's a very tense moment. Samurai and Shigenja at home. This is a very tense moment.
The Death Seekers are 2s. They don't care.
That's true.
5. Yeah, Lioness. Oh, shit, I'm still looking at the wrong one. Just them, and them are 5. So everybody else is 6s.
Okay. So, okay, hold on a sec. So I have an interesting choice to make. Okay, yeah, go ahead. So you're going to roll for those guys over there?
Yeah.
I'm going to show the audience why I have an interesting... I have something I might use. See that? I might use that somewhere. Yeah. Okay, but I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to use it. Okay. I think I might use it somewhere else. Okay, Lioness Legion, they need a... What do they need?
They need...
4 or better?
4 or better.
A 4 or better?
6 and leadership 2.
Okay, here we go. 4 or better, they don't care.
Yep. Come on.
No 4, they're going to get one of those little yellow marks of shame.
Come on. 8.
8, they're good. Okay. All right. Very good.
And then
These guys over here.
the Akoma
Now hold on 1 second. I just want you to know, because we are the tricky Scorpion, you have suffered a loss of face. We discovered some secrets about you. You're going to have a -2 to this roll.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And you can't use any cards
To
modify.
to offset that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've suffered a loss of face, so they're going to be at a -2.
-2, so I need a 6.
So you're going to need a 6 or better. What's going to happen? Oh, it's a 6! My evil plan was to, if they broke, then they would have to check. And that would have been amazing. But it didn't happen. So that's the end of the ranged attack phase. We'll come back for the Lion Revenge in a minute. All right, we're picking back up here in the close combat phase. There is only one close combat. Sorry for all the paperwork on the table. These guys have been charging the flank. Now, they're not engaged in the front. Hopefully we got that right, but you don't take a morale check for getting hit in the flank unless you're already engaged. However, there are minuses to your rolls and bonuses to hit, so it's still very bad. One saving grace is we do have 2 strikes per model on the turn that we enter an engagement as a defender, so we'll get to roll 6 dice back, but this is going to be very painful because if you are flanked, I'm going to be -1 to all rolls. Oh, wait a minute. And may not use abilities.
Ew, okay.
So I think, actually, I don't get that. Now that I see that, that is an ability. So I'm not going to get that. We're only going to have our 1 strike each.
Okay.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, because I really don't want them to die just yet, I'm going to play defensive position. So they get a +1 attack and damage in close combat and a +1 to all morale tests.
And then the -1 on top of that.
Yeah, that basically just cancel out the -1 for being flanked, just for this turn.
Okay.
So we'll see if maybe that was a waste, but...
Okay.
All right, so over here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 ponies, and you got 2 overlapping, so you get 1 dice for those 2.
Okay.
And then, I'm presuming you don't have any personality, so you're going to have 5 dice total, I believe.
All right.
Is that
That's
correct?
good. Yep.
Now, right. Now, because you're flanking me, you have +1, +1.
+1.
Yeah. And what's your normal?
Okay, so I have a normal +1 for attack.
Yeah, so you'll be +2 +1.
And +2 +1, it takes me up to a 3, and I'm mounted against infantry.
Yeah.
Gives me another, so it's a +4 to my hit.
+4 to your hit, and is it +2 to your damage? Is that what we? Or is the plus?
Yeah, I've got
All right, it's gonna be terrible for you.
+1 for damage and +2 for damage here.
Yeah.
And We charge, so I get another.
Only if you play the charge card.
No.
Right? Oh, is it any charge?
It's a Kiso.
Oh, your Kiso.
Or my Chewy.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Oh, he has it. Oh, right. Yeah, he's the charge ability. Okay, yes, you're right. It's not just an engaging movement. So what are we talking now? +4, +2? Or is it more than that?
Let's see here. +2. Let's see. So actually, 1.
There is a lot of math, folks.
Yeah. So 1 for the attack.
Yeah.
One for
Charge.
the charge takes me to a 2.
Yeah, 1 for flanking. That's
Takes
a 3.
me to a 3.
1 for infantry.
Takes me to a 4.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So that was fine there.
Yeah.
+4
Right.
for the hits.
Yeah.
And then I've got a +2, +3, and +1, +4 to the damage as well.
Okay. Well, that's bad. We are at ATN of 6. So
Needing 2s.
needing 2s. Yeah. Here we go. All 1s.
10s.
There's 110.
110
Oh,
and
look
2
at the
2s. Look at
So
that.
5 hits so far.
5
This is
hits.
probably going to be it for the unit. Oh dear. The 10s are coming out.
And another barely.
And another hit. 3, 6,
8 and a 7. 7 hits.
7 hits.
7 hits.
So is it adding 28 to the damage roll?
7 times
Is that
4,
right?
7 times 4 is 28.
That's amazing. All right, this unit is not long for this world.
Okay, and
How's the damage go?
no more 10s.
No more 10s. Small mercy.
So we got 12, 15, 16, 23, 33 plus 28.
So 33 plus 20 would be 50.
61.
53 plus 5. 58, right?
Who's messing my number here? 28 plus
33, you said.
33
Yeah.
is 51. Yeah, let's go with that.
Sorry, 51. Look at that. We're all good at math. We're so good at math.
23 plus, yeah. No, we said 33?
We're going to have a think and come back. All right, we're back, and we figured it out. It's 61, there's a defense 3, so 58. It only kills 5. Only kills 5. That's not so bad, right? But before we die, he'll get this strike back. No rank bonuses for being on the flank. So we just get our 3 attacks, and we are, we're going to ignore all the minuses because of the card I played. +1, +1. So what's your defense for your horses?
Mine, I'm attack target number 7.
7, so I need 6s. So let's see what happens. Any miracles here? 2 hits, and +1 to each of these. They might take a horse with them. 12, 14.
14.
Yep.
And nothing to do.
No defense. So they're going to lose 1 horse. That will, I think, not be enough to cause a morale check.
Nope.
These guys lost 5, so it's 25% and also 25% in 1 close combat phase. They're not outnumbered, and they didn't reach 50%. So it's going to be 1 trigger at a -1. The -1 for being flanked is crossed out because of the defensive position. So that's going to be an overall -1 to my morale of 5 with a leadership of 2, which means ordinarily my leadership morale of 5, leadership 2, I would need a 3 or better, but I'm a -1. I need a 4 or better to stay in the game over here. Here we go. There it is, the 5. They are going to stay there and take some more punishment next turn while the rest of the army tries to escape, I guess, but it certainly looks very bad for them. Okay, we are back for turn 4. And we've done our initiative rolls, and we're going to the special actions, special orders phase. It's going to go to the highest initiative on the table. To start, I have a 10.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Got a 9.
He's got a 9. He's got a 9. Oh, wow. So let's see. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to blackmail Matsu. What is his name? Yojo? Yojo. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. He's got blackmail on him. Speaking of Yojo, We'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. It's the only ninja shirt I had. It's supposed to be scorpion themed. It's as close as I can get. So with blackmail on him, this is going to take up his tactician slot if you wanted to put a card on. Oh, there's so much text there, isn't there? This will take up his tactician slot. If you want to get rid of it as a special action, you can. But he becomes dishonored, and the army loses 3 honor for each blackmail discarded. Anytime it's discarded, it goes to the discard pile. And so that's over there clogging up his tactician place. And I don't know if that'll have much of an effect this game, because the guy who can duel people, because they have a blackmail card, is way over here. So we'll see, maybe like on turn 8 that'll come into play, or maybe not. So that was my first special order special action. It would be over to the lion to do one. I have a bunch to do because I'm Scorpion, and it's just going to be fun and excitement.
All right, no.
No? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to break the vial of poison on this unit, and they're going to have poison weapons this turn, +1/+1 to their attack and damage for the turn. If you don't have any more, I'm just going to go down the list of nasty things that we're doing here. So, yeah? Okay. And these guys are going to go use Bayushi Marumo's ability to become cavalry for the turn. It's time to bust out the extra speed to see if we can get across this table, maybe, as our mission tells us to. And yeah. Also, let's see. They're flanked, so they can't use any abilities. But I think poison weapons is not an ability. Oh no, it is an ability, special order. So they can't use their poison weapons. They can't do that. And so, am I out of dirty tricks? There's one more I could try, but I'm just not sure if it's going to be worth it or not. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Okay.
This is going to be a really risky one, but I'm living on the edge here. I'm going to discard a focus card, which, as we all know, is pretty valuable for that focus 5, but I have plans for the other cards. I'm going to discard the focus card, and I'm going to say to the lion, how many cards do you have in hand?
5.
5. If you have any Grim Determination cards, yeah, then I would like you to discard one. This is going to be, am I going to be 0 for 3?
No, I don't have one.
Aha! Due to our dirty tricks, you will have no Grim Determinations this turn, my fine lion friends.
Good call.
All right. I think that's it for special orders and special actions, which is really where the Scorpion need to shine, because they are not going to stand up hand-to-hand too well otherwise. So let's see how it goes. We're going to go to the primary movement phase. Okay, primary movement phase. The lions, actual lions of the Lion Clan, have moved into the front of the Shadow Assassins. A standoff has ensued over here. I broke open my poison weapons, and apparently nobody wants to come mess with that. Over here, multiple charges and countercharges. These lions charged, and then these scorpions countercharged. These lions charged, these scorpions countercharged, and these guys slotted in the middle. They will negate abilities, all offensive bonuses for the turn, because they are the claws. And they do have a countercharge through their commander as well. Over here in the primary movement phase, they moved up, and they stood their ground, I believe.
Yes.
And the ninjas moved over here. So the ninjas, we are now going to enter the cavalry movement phase. Because I'm cavalry over here, I am going to play a charge card. Did you ever think you would see a charge from the Scorpion? Is that even a thing?
Well, I see your charge. I'm going to counter charge.
All right, very good. That's appropriate. I think that's appropriate.
Whoa.
All right, so you move forward 2, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to scooch them up 2, and then I will just move in to meet you. Bang! So there we go. The charge and the counter charge have occurred. I don't think I forgot any other poison weapons this turn. No, it looks like I didn't. I missed my chance to throw the shuriken of serpents. But that's okay. Maybe we'll get another chance later. So, interestingly enough, there will be no ranged combat. Because these guys have no targets now, and you cannot fire into close combat in this game. And both of your other range unit is destroyed, and this unit is engaged.
Yep.
So we're going to skip right past the range combat phase and head right into close combat phase. And so that's probably going to take a while. I'm going to probably hit and pause this. We're going to go through and tell you the results. Turn 4, close combat phase. The Shadow Assassins continue to get massacred, but they miraculously, well, I guess they had a 40% chance. 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They actually had a decent chance. They passed on a 6-up to stay there. Everybody here is just looking at each other. Shame on those cowardly lions. That's what I say. Shame, shame. Over here, there has been a big mass battle. These guys took 2 casualties. That was the only trigger. The defensive ability of the claws negated the attack bonuses here. Next turn, it's going to get a lot bloodier. And then over here, we just charged in. There was a counter charge, and the Crimson Legion with Marumo rolled 4 dice and ended up with 2 additional add rolls for a total of 6 hits. So now we're rolling damage here. We thought you'd like to see that. 4 dice turned into 6, and now we're going to roll this plus 6 for damage. Oh, but we didn't get any more. We did not get any more 10s here. That's not so good. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 10 is 20, 26. So that could have been a lot worse. 26 only. Let's see what the counter damage would be. So there'll be 2 dead legionnaires.
Hitting on 6s?
We are 6s, yes.
6s as well, and we countercharged.
You did. So you had a +1 to hit, plus your regular bonuses.
And +1 here.
So they're needing 4s.
Yep.
So that lucky roll might not help me.
3
hits. All right. And then what's their damage bonus?
+1.
Yeah, just the +1. Countercharge doesn't help the damage.
So 3 plus whatever these come up with.
All right. What's
Couple
going
of
to
10s in there. 15.
Oh. 15 total.
1 back.
And yeah, we do not have a defense of 5 because we're not crab. So one guy back.
Yep.
All right, so 2 to 1.
2 on mine.
And that is not going to be a trigger for you. Although, you will be outnumbered. Right? Because we have 24.
And I'm 12, that's 24.
So that's 2 to 1. So there is a trigger. That's a single trigger.
All right.
Being outnumbered 2 to 1.
Okay.
Now they are a... What now? A 5 or a 6?
They are a morale 6.
Morale 6.
With a leadership of 2.
Yeah, so you need a 4 or better, or they are going to break. Oh, it's the 2! It's a broken unit! Luckily, there's nowhere anywhere nearby for them to cause panic checks to, but that is very bad news. Bad news. We're going to wrap up turn 4, and we'll pick it up. We are back for round 5. We've done initiative. The special orders phase is up, and the second vial of poison is being broken open in the Black Cabal. And we'll see if they get to use that this turn. But they have broken open their vial of poison. It is back to the lion. Do they have any special orders or abilities that they wish to use?
No.
None for the lion. So the question is, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again, folks. I am going to use another focus card to use Aramoro to say, do you have any Grim Determinations in your deck? Go fish! Only 25% success for the Scorpion's Aramoro ability of making hands that get discarded. But then we're going to go ahead into the primary movement phase. Should be quick. Actually, we can go ahead and probably do that now on camera. I've got a 2 that can actually move. And so we're going to go ahead and just scooch them 4 inches toward the table edge where they want to go. So that guy's going to go right up to there. So I'm going to, actually I'll just put it down. I will put it down so I do not cheat you at all. How's that? Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Excellent. I do not like when people over measure after placing the tape measure. So everyone else is just going to move up into coherency. You may ask, hey, why don't they move into the woods? That would make sense for ninjas. Well, we decided to keep things simple, that the woods are going to be impassable this game. So that was that movement. It's now, that was a 2. So actually you have a 2. I probably should have asked you who you wanted to go first, but that doesn't really affect anything with the ninjas. So is your 2 going to do anything?
It is not.
No, it's going to hold out there. So the blackmail must be holding him back.
Yeah,
They know something, what he did. He did
Nothing to see here, nothing.
something shameful right there, Yojo. What was your shame? Okay, that's your 2. Then you have a 3 potential flanking unit there.
Yeah, but they got a.
They're not feeling it?
No, I mean, the closest they get is just at the corner to corner.
Yeah.
But that is still a contact, isn't it?
That's a good question. It has to be within a certain. It has to be a 30-degree. Otherwise, it's not valid. They have to be in the 30-degree angle when they hit. So I don't know. That'd be kind of close.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of close.
Kind of need them to come up a little closer.
Yeah. Well, then we have 2 4s here, and you have the choice. Is your 4 going to go, or is my 4 going to go?
My 4's going to go, and we're going to charge.
You're going to charge. Well, all right. Aramoro will countercharge. So we'll just gong. The poison weapons will see use this turn, ladies and gentlemen.
Was that just for one turn? Or?
Yeah, each one is for 1 turn, so I had to spend that one. It got wasted, and now I spent another one.
Oh, okay.
These guys are all just stuck in. And over here, these folks need to break away.
And they will, with a retreat.
With a retreat card. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. A target unit you control and engaging movement against the target has been declared, or when the target announces an attempt to leave close combat. Retreat may target a broken or unformed unit. If the target is not yet moved, is able to, during the current movement phase, it may immediately turn away from the approaching engaged unit and make an 8-inch movement. If the target is already moved or is unable to move during the current phase, it may immediately move away and make a 4-inch movement. In either case, no maneuver morale check is required. Engaged enemy units may take parting shots. If retreat targets a unit in the special formation, that unit becomes unformed after the retreat. Okay, interesting. So I have the choice if I want to take parting shots. I am not going to take parting shots.
Okay.
So you move 8 inches directly away from me.
Okay, so
And you'll be exactly 8 inches away from me, facing the rear. Right?
yes.
Okay. Now I'm on initiative 20. I have a surprise for you. I saved a charge card.
Yes, you did.
And since we're exactly 8 inches away, then I put you right into my rear. Gagoosh. Yes.
We're going to take that one.
Now,
All right.
I believe because you are already broken, you are going to be taking an immediate test. You are engaged while broken or unformed. So this is going to be tough because
That's a little.
as a broken
-2.
unit, they're at -2 and they're flanked, so they're -3.
Is it a combination of the two?
They are, yeah, because there are 2 different statuses, flanked and broken.
And a flank is a front or rear.
Flanked or rear, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Engaged in rear is a -2 to all rolls, as opposed to flank. So actually, it's a -4.
A combination.
Yeah.
Of the two?
Routed is a separate status than engaged in rear.
-2.
Yeah.
And flanked. I see. I'm not sure.
We'll take a look at the rules and we'll come back. Okay, we came back and we were saying the same thing. They are broken and they've been hit in the rear. So that's a total of -4.
So -4 to my roll.
Yeah.
To make a 6, I need a 10.
I think it's better than that for you. Hold on.
Wait.
You're a morale of 6. You have a leadership of 2. That takes you to
Okay,
4.
so 8.
Minus 4. You need an 8, 9, or 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's doable.
Yeah, that's 8, 9,
That's
or 10.
doable.
You can do that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Nope.
So they are routed.
Routing and
Yeah.
keeping going. Sure
They
wished
are
I had a grim determination card.
Sure, yeah, it's too bad. I mean, somebody probably did some shameful thing that they didn't want anybody to know about, because the Lion are they're very protective of their honor, and in order to protect their honor, they had to give away that grim determination. It's terrible. So this unit is now going to become broken, which is bad news. But again, luckily nobody's near them to suffer a cascading morale. And we will come back after close combat. Okay, we are going to call it at the end of turn 5, partly because the store is closing, and partly because I think the result is just about obvious. Those Lioness Legion are dead. They routed, so they're gone. We got the VPs for them. Assuming, because my mission is to get guys off the table, these 2 units could get off, I would only get 6 victory points. I needed to get 10 off by the bottom of turn 7 to win. That's not going to happen. I could maybe get 6 off, not 10. Over here, probably in the long run, I'm going to lose this battle here with the Scorpion. They've kind of spent they've played their hand. And Aramoro, he might last a little bit longer, but eventually he's going to be wiped out as well. So with the Lion right now having 4 VPs, they would definitely be achieving 12 VPs by the end of turn 8. I don't think they would get 10 VPs by the end of 6 because there's only 4 right now. So I think we're going to call this a marginal Lion victory under the victory conditions of the game.
Yeah, marginal's fine, and my elite, we're looking to get the flank here, which would have been a morale check for that unit too. So.
Yeah, probably would have ground down for another couple turns, but I think 12 VPs was definitely in range for you and 10 not for me. So excellent game.
Well played.
What did you think about the Scorpion for the first time?
I love them. There's a lot of cool things. So I enjoyed the guessing game on what we had. The cards were a big part of it, and I think the cards were much more active in this game than others.
Yeah,
we've played.
I had a lot of special actions and special abilities to do, which is more than I usually do.
And I had a few cunning cards to get, although I didn't get any of my charge cards that you're after.
I know, I kept trying to get rid of them. It took me a while to get the blackmail cards out of my deck, and then at the end of it, they didn't really actually do anything in the long run. So sort of back to the drawing board with Scorpion. They've got a lot of tricks, but once it gets to the push of Pike, as it were, they start to fall down. With a few exceptions, they did pretty good over here.
The player of the game,
the Ninja Bowman.
The Ninja Bowman, massacring the 1 unit.
They did shoot very well, but that was it, though. They weren't able to shoot anyone after that because everyone was tied up. So
they earned their keep.
We might want one of them on each flank, those Ninja Bowmen. Maybe get a second unit going. So, all right. Well, that is it for the battle report. Thanks a lot to David, and appreciate you all watching us playing Clan War. We'll have some more battle reports to you soon, I hope. Thanks.